Welcome back to another episode of Mood AF. It's your girl, Nikita. Now, before we get into all tea, all shade, all offense, I have a little explaining to do about my little absence, my quiet little hiatus. So, this is kind of going to be a little intense, but don't worry, we're going to get to the good, happy vibes in a second. So, Memorial Day weekend, my grandmother had an accident and she slipped and fell and she broke her hip. So as we all know, I just celebrated my grandma's 100th birthday back in March. So Memorial Day weekend, she slipped and fell. And then Memorial Day Monday into Tuesday morning, she passed. So May 29th, 2018, I'm getting ready to start my day, go about, day-to-day routine. And Omar had actually just sent me the audio to Mood AF. So I'm getting ready to upload episode 2, Let's Be Honest. And I hear like this piercing scream and like my entire body froze. And the whole world just kind of stops. And I just kind of knew what it was because my mom hadn't left for the day. So the scream was just like deafening. And I was like, damn, I already know what this is. I know what this is. I know what this is. I know what this is. And I go and walk toward her room. And then she says the sentence that nobody wants to hear. And I just kind of like drop down on the ground and I just start hysterically crying. So June comes now and it's June 7th and it's approximately a week before my birthday. And we had to do the services. And I'm not even trying to celebrate. I'm not even thinking about celebrating my birthday. Like everybody that knows me well, they know like June is the biggest and best, brightest month of my entire year. Like I celebrate my birthday from June 1st to June 30th. Like, and I couldn't even think about that because you have all my family, like my aunts and my uncles, like, okay, well, we need you to read this Bible scripture. And I'm just sitting here kind of like in a trance. I'm not even at work. Like I'm having like all this time off and in my head, I'm trying to create and I want to write and I want to do all these things and it just was not coming to me and I never force anything creatively. I just kind of let things happen as they happen. So my birthday was the next week and I'm like going by a day-to-day routine and it's not even a routine. It's just kind of like I'm getting up and I'm forcing myself to do things. Like I'm forcing myself to take a shower. I'm forcing myself to eat. And if I'm not in my bed, then I'm just straight up like smoking hella weed and not doing anything. Like I just felt so lost. Like I didn't know what to do. Like my grieving process is extremely different and I'm never ever going to feel like 100% Nikita. I'm always going to either feel 90 or 95 on a good day because my grandmother was the love of my life. That woman was the light of my life. Like I just do not feel whole and complete. So it's a blessing to know that there's so many people that fuck with the show, that fuck with me, that fuck with the content that I put out. And I so love and appreciate everybody that listens to Mood AF. Trust me, I do. I'm sorry I didn't bring you guys into this part of my life because I'm just not that type of girl that like this happened so suddenly that I just didn't. I needed time to shut everything out. So I'm sorry I didn't bring this out to my audience. Like I love you guys. I trust you guys. And I'm always going to give you flawless work every time. But it was just a really bad time for me. And I needed space. I needed time. I needed to cry and scream and be mad at the world and pray and figure out how the hell I'm going to get up and fight another day. Like that, it takes a lot of strength to deal with something like this. Like I am extremely close to my grandmother. So it was just like, this is a person that has been in my life for the last 24 years. Like this woman's seen everything, has seen me graduate, has seen me be posted on Complex, has seen me do stuff for Vibe. Like this is somebody who's been watching my trajectory. And I'm just kind of like, damn, there's so much I still haven't even done yet. And I know you're not going to be physically here to see it, but you're here always with me. So I want to clear that up. However, don't think that things weren't getting done for the show behind the scenes. On the 1 month of her passing, we made it to Apple Podcasts. And then a week later, we made it to Spotify. So now here we are. Also, I had a show planned 2 weeks ago, but my co-host kind of like baited on me the last minute. So I really was just kind of up Schitt's Creek. So this is why we are where we are right now. So understand that I took this time. I needed to get back to me and get back on my bully. And now we on Apple and Spotify. So I'm really not even trying to hear, oh my God, I can't stream you because I can't find you on Apple or I can't find you on Spotify. I'm on 9 streaming sites. I'm not jacking that you're not listening to this fire ass podcast. But let me stop getting a little spicy, you feel me? Today's episode is so dope to me. Like, I thought about it and I was just like, nah, this is fire. Like, so I'm all about my lady bosses. I'm all about women that are just taking charge and doing their thing and out here handling their careers and getting their bags and just being the boss. I hate saying boss bitches because I'm just kind of like, I'm not a boss bitch. I'm a boss bitch. You feel me? So I have 2 extremely talented young women sitting to my left and to my right. So to my right is Miss Cora. Yeah. Cora is so dope. I met Cora actually through Venture Clan, but I'm trying to, like, I was going to say, like, my next upcoming guest, but you feel me? It's okay. They coming on the show. It's cool. Shout out to Venture Clan. Be Good comes out on Tuesday, so stream that because we went to their listening party last night and that shit was dumb fire. Like, can't front. Favorite song is going to be the song that I get ready to every morning, like OD. So I met Cora through Venture Clan when I was working in PR. And her and I just like hit it off. And we're pretty much like on the same wavelength, on the same vibe. Like, we think the same way. We want to like open our own business. Like, we actually kind of had like a plan, like where she would do management and I would do PR and like we'd get like a space and we'd make this whole shit poppin'. Not to say that still can't happen, but like it was like a great thought. And then I have somebody that is the sweetest person ever. Like, literally, if you know her, like, big sweetheart, so nice, so bubbly. Like, if you're ever an asshole to her, like, I fake gotta pull up with the smoke on you. Just because, yeah, no. Christine and I went to college together, and she was always turned up with us. It was cool. She was cute. And now she's just out here traveling and doing everything. Like, Christine's a nurse. She makes this chicken and she travels and she's out here and she's slaying. Actually, both my girls travel and I'm going to get into that. So welcome to Mood AF, where this is all tea, all shade, and all offense. As I said before, we don't hold anything back. So let's get into it. Like, I want to know where we started, like how... Like, where did you get inspiration from to decide that this is what you want to do? Like, for example, Christine, like, you studied to be a nurse. Like, is this something that you always wanted to do? Is this something that kind of clicked in your head? Like, I want to walk me through the journey, per se.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, girl.
So I always knew I like caring for people. So when I started applying to college, it was either like, okay, my aunt was in medical school, so I always liked it. But medicine is different from nursing. For anybody that's in the medical field, it's 2 different type of thought processes. Nursing is more of the caring, less of the disease process. Mm-hmm. So I was either going to be a nurse or a teacher, and I was just like, most of the schools I applied to had nursing programs, and I was like, talked them over with my aunt, who is my role model, and I was just like, okay, I think I'm going to do nursing. And I got in the program the first try. So I'm like, God trying to tell me something. And ever since then, I just stuck with it. And now that I am actually a nurse, I love what I do. It took me a while to figure out nursing is so big. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do. I'm a pediatric nurse.
Chicken.
And I love working with kids. So it's just the ideal job for me. And then the 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts. You have 4 days off. Like, what more can you ask for? Lit. You take vacations without asking for vacation time. So all your vacation time is just banking up for your big vacation. So it's just ideal for what my lifestyle and how I want to live. And just the little moments, like, nursing is a stressful job. Don't get me wrong. But the little moments, like seeing kids go home with their parents, sick kids, getting stronger, it makes me feel whole, kind of.
That's lit.
That's super lit. Like, yo, sis out here living the dream. getting fulfilled. That's what I want to feel. Like, I want to feel that. Like, I want to be in my career and feel like, yo, this is what I'm doing every day. This is my bread and butter, and I love it. Like, you can't tell me shit.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm kind of doing that, but like not really doing that. But it's okay because my Cardi B glow up is on its way.
You will though.
You feel me though? I'm not living my best life. I'm living my busiest life, and then I will be living my best life. Understood? So Cora does music, and she manages artists, and then she works for TuneCore, and she's very plugged in. Like, Cora, how the hell did you get all of this? Like, what made you want to manage? Like, I don't understand, because I want somebody to manage me, but I'm like, who wants to like be in charge of people's schedules and what they do and how they move and who they talk to?
I kind of got thrown into it. I started in choirs when I was young. My music always been a thing for me. I went to school for engineering at first. I hated it.
Word.
I hated it.
You
I
wanted to
couldn't.
do engineering? Word.
Yeah,
I can't even see you like that. Like,
right. No one could see it. Everyone was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing engineering? I'm like, I think this is where I want to go. But knowing damn sure, like, fuck out of here. I'm not doing that. Then I was business. And then I was like, yo, these classes are so dry. But I was always taking music classes on the side. So my friends used to always be like, yo, you should just do music. Like, and then they would sit down like, are you living your life? Or are you letting it live you? And I was like, damn, that's a good question. I can't answer right now, bro. Like, I can't answer it. So one day I just got up and I was like, F it. I'm changing my major. I was walking to change my major. My friends were like, what you doing? I'm like, yo, I'm changing my major to music. They were like, you should have been in that. I'm walking you there right now. All my friends walked me there, got me to sign all my papers, got me everyone I needed to talk to, everything. And then I started from there. And then I had an internship at Mankind Creative. They're like a management and a publishing company. It was only 6 people there. So I went there my first day. They were like, listen, you can be fired from your internship. I don't care how many hours you got to do for school. You got to keep up with the work. Like, we're not asking you for coffee. We're not asking you for medicine when we're sick. Nothing BS. Like, you're going to be working. So I was making one sheets. I was coming up with marketing plans, stuff like that. And I just felt like, yo, this is what I wanted to do. I don't care if I'm working till 8 o'clock p.m., got to go to a show. This is what I love to do. Then I went back to school. I was focused. Like, it was nothing they could teach me because I already learned it at my internship. Like, because they were like, you got something to do right now. It's due in like an hour. Like, this needs to be done. So school was easy after that. And then I graduated. I was still working with them at school. And then I started out working at TuneCore. I've been working at TuneCore for 2 years. I still manage Venture Clan, of course. I co-manage 2 artists. One of them, his name is Cicero. He has a song with GoLink right now. I also run networking events for music industry people once a month. And this one, I run New York. There's also one in Houston and a major one in LA. So that's basically what I've been doing to occupy my time.
Yo, I feel like, damn, am I doing something? Like, because I be listening to my I listen to my girlfriends and I'm like, shit, y'all are really doing things. Like, we doing grown woman things. And then it's not to say that I'm not doing grown woman things. Clearly, I mean, here I am. But like, definitely. It's like, damn, sis, like, you doing all that. And then y'all travel. Like, y'all be out. Like, every time I get on Instagram, yo, these bitches is everywhere.
You gotta travel though.
And I'm like,
to travel.
Son, you know how hard it is for me to get time off. But you know what? God said, skirt, hold on, sis, I got a blessing for you. So I'm finna have my travel arrangements. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna be moving on up to the east side soon. Come.
I used to be like, traveling is so expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know
Dead
how
ass.
to do
I think
that.
that's the mentality that like a lot of us still have, because it's kind of like, yo, if you're not doing no all inclusive shit, like, what are you doing?
But
then
if you
I'm
go
kind
to
of
the
like,
club,
what?
like, go to the club, that money you spend at the club could be for a ticket. You know what I mean? So you just gotta sacrifice a couple weekends where you just at home chilling, and you have ticket money, you got a hotel money. It's like you can go anywhere at that point. And it's like 2 weeks out your whole time. You could still get lit with your friends. You just got to cut back on a couple things. You know what I'm saying?
I always think about the experience. Like, it's all about the experience. Like, you cannot take away the experience. Like,
I call mine my memory box. I want to have a memory box when I get old. And if I'm not adding anything in that memory box, then what am I doing in life? I'm not just working. That's not what I'm here for. I want to see what other cultures have to offer. Like,
that's and the food, girl.
So if I can't remember anything, I'm gonna be like, remember when I went to Thailand, girl? Ooh, that food was lit. Yeah. I don't care if I'm 80 out of nursing home. I'm gonna still be lit.
Yeah. OD. So where have you guys gone?
So I've been to Europe. I've been to Paris, Italy, and Spain. That was my biggest trip, and I just did that trip in was it February? Yeah. And that was like not an easy trip to go on. It's like very hard to find people to go on these big trips with you, because not everyone has that mindset, and not everybody is like everyone always wants to go to the Caribbean or to like the little small trips, but I was like, I really wanted to go to Europe. I really wanted to go to a big trip.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
You know, so, and I've met this amazing girl at my job, and she went with me, and we had the most amazing time. I mean, between the food, the parties, meeting different people, and like just going to bars and meeting different people that think differently. Like, this guy was like, oh, when you say you're from America, I fall in love. I'm like, really? Like, someone else loves Americans? Like, this is lit.
This is lit.
I'm like, okay, I'm about to be in Spain every other no, but
like every other minute. Like, what's up?
It was fun. It was, then we went to Spain and they played nothing, but I didn't understand none of the music, but I had mad fun dancing. She taught me how to dance bachata, merengue. I didn't know what
you're from Harlem, sis. How you don't know how to do that already?
I only know how to twerk. Sorry. But I learned.
I'm with it.
I learned how to do it. See, and I had so much fun. I had an amazing time.
I feel like going to the Caribbean, like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm West Indian, so it's kind of like, yo, that's what you have to do. Like, everybody makes the pilgrimage to their homeland. Like, you feel me?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I've been to Trinidad, so I'm like, all right, cool. Like, not that big of a deal, but I've always been the one that wanted to take like a cruise in the Mediterranean. Like, I want to go to Amsterdam. Ireland is definitely on my list. Too. Like, Ireland is the first place I want to knock off my bucket list, and that's a lot of people's like, oh, because you want to go to the Jameson distillery. First of all, real women drink whiskey. Okay. All right?
That's a fact.
Real women drink whiskey. Don't at me. I'm not jacking it. Like, and I'm a Jameson girl, so what's up? Like, Jameson and ginger with a lime. Talk to me nice. All right? I don't care.
The energy, though.
Yes.
Listen, I'm very spicy on the show. I don't know if you've heard, but I get kind of energetic. So, and Cora, you've been to Thailand.
Yeah, I backpacked Thailand in February.
Which, wow.
Yeah, I went with my best friend. I went there for like 2.5 weeks. I went to Bangkok. I stayed at a 5-star hotel. I stayed from a 5-star hotel to like actual people that live there. I stayed in mountains with people that actually live day-to-day lives, see how they actually lived. I went to Chiang Mai, which is like northern. Then I went to the south and like island hop for a while. And then I went to DR in May. I just came back from there. But yeah, I went there with family. I have like girl cousins that got the same motivation. So we just go chill.
That's lit. What was backpacking like though?
Tiring. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I had one big ass backpack the size of me, like with like throwaway shit that just in case it got lost, I couldn't really be mad. I hopped on a plane every 2 to 3 days. I had a journal that had like times where I needed to go, but I needed to adjust time, so I had to have time for that. And I also booked it myself, which was the first time I ever like booked a long trip. So like my itinerary, trying to book hotels, Airbnbs and shit like that was definitely a new experience because I never did anything like that, especially in another country where they don't really speak English. The money is different. It was a lot to adapt to and try to just keep my wits about me and make sure I don't end up in something that I can't get myself out of. You know what I'm saying?
Like, because you're going to a whole different part of the world where they don't even speak English.
They don't.
And then like there's a whole currency exchange and all of that. And then on top of that, Americans get such a nasty ass rap. I wonder why. But...
Yeah, they definitely were like talking to me about Trump and like how could I agree with it? And I'm like, yeah, slow down. I don't. We all don't.
We don't support that orange Cheeto on this show. I want to make that explicitly clear. I'm sorry. Like,
I love her.
Like Issa Rae said, I'm rooting for everybody black. Like, no shade. to my white friends, because I do love y'all. My Hispanic friends, I love y'all too. But listen, I'm rooting for everybody black, because hashtag, like it's always been, Black Lives Matter. So, now, I have a question. Obviously, there's men that work in our respected industries. I know for me, it's kind of like every time I pop up, it's like another person I know has a podcast, but it's kind of like everybody's podcast is different, obviously, no shade. But then it's just kind of like men feel like they can, whatever industry they're in, they feel like because they're men, like they're very dominant. So for me, it's just like weird, because I've never met another male journalist. Like, I cannot front, I have not. No? Like, I know male writers.
Okay.
But I feel if you're there's a big difference between being a writer and being a journalist. Like, I think that's where the lines get blurred, because being a writer is somebody that just writes. You want to like, you're kind of like an author. Like, you write all day. Like, this is what you want to do. I feel like a journalist is somebody that's out there, pen and paper, getting the beat, getting the news, finding out what's going on. Like, people in my respected profession, like, we dying off like cattle, because obviously this orange ass Cheeto that we have for president is sitting here making it so okay, like, to blatantly attack the media, which, don't get me wrong, media is very sensationalized. Like, I know the industry of which I work in a lot of things can get misconstrued and taken out of context. So it's kind of like, for me, I haven't met like another young male journalist. All the journalists I've met in these last like 5-6 years have been female. But I know there's male nurses, so like, and obviously there's male managers all over the damn place. So what's the culture like in your respective industries with like men and women and like the glass ceiling and the amount of competition?
So for me, it's like not that many male nurses. So for me, it's like, let's say I just started my job at this new hospital, and I can count on my hand how many male nurses I saw, but I can't count how many female nurses. So I think it was a total of 3 male nurses. And it's like, how many of us on a given day? I would say like 15.
Damn.
So, and then the most I've seen is 3, and 2 of them are night shift, and only 1 of them, so it's not that many male nurses. I think we actually need more males in our field. But there are a lot of male doctors. So
I see
you have that kind of undertone there. There's not that many female doctors. There are some. I have.
But why? Like, that's so weird to me, though. You know what I mean? Like, is there like a negative stigma to being like a male nurse? Obviously, you're not going to know the answer to that. But like, is there like, do you think that there's a stigma that comes with that? I think like
when people hear nurse, they automatically assume female because of the caring aspect that comes into being a nurse.
That makes sense.
Especially like with adults, because before I became a pediatric nurse, I worked with adults, and then imagine like, for example, when my grandfather got sick, it was different seeing him in that light. Just from, not even from just a nurse, from a granddaughter perspective, someone that used to get up every day and make sure you good. Now you getting up to make sure he's good, you know? Okay. And when he couldn't, this might be TMI, I don't know, but when he couldn't wipe his, his ass, and he needs someone to wipe his ass, and he's looking at you, and he don't want to ask the nurse. He don't want to ask. That's the nurse in me. I will make sure that that patient is comfortable enough that they can ask me. Right. My grandfather, I feel like sometimes in this field, like, people don't realize, like, you need to be caring, and these people don't want to be sick. They don't want to be in a hospital, but they did, and they need help. And like, just seeing my grandfather in that aspect, and like, I don't know. But yeah, I forgot. I just totally went off track.
No, but, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
Because it all relates back to the same point. It's kind of like women just...
The caring aspect of it.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's not a lot of males in there. Because like, if you, like, a male's going to be like, hell no. Like, I don't want to do that.
First of all, males don't even wipe their own asses. So like, where are we going?
Yeah. So just stuff like that. Or like, males are not seen to be caring. They seem to be hard, and they don't cry and stuff like that. Like,
sis,
y'all be crying. Don't play.
Y'all be little bitches, but you know what? At me, I dare one of y'all to at me like, don't call men bitches. All right, do you see what?
I feel like men gossip 10 times more than females. Do not get me started on that.
That whole talk shit is crazy.
Right? Yo, Why are y'all gossiping like women?
Yes.
What
Please.
one? Like, man, I understand. Like,
Yes.
I'm so confused. But you
Gossip.
know what? Nah, because y'all really trying to get me. Like, somebody
In
gonna
your
pull up with
bag.
the smoke. Nah, you're not even getting me in my bag because half of the people, you know what's so funny? I'm gonna get a little spicy real quick. All right? I'm gonna throw a little Jameson in my tea. So there's people that'll be in my phone. This is so funny how we went from careers to men, but
Real
this
fast.
is why I love the show. But before I end this tangent, men just this gossip thing, like I saw it so early on, like going to like a small school where everybody kind of know everybody, and you hearing the like, why are you pillow talking with a female to then go tell your boys when you play ball? Like, what are you?
Yeah.
What's
Nah,
up?
my school, they had lunches where they would just talk about bitches. And I would be like, I was cool with all the guys. So I would know, like,
Mhm.
and they would come to me like, you know this, you know that. I'm like, damn, mind your business. Like, who told you that? They were like, oh, we had a meeting at somebody's crib, blah, blah, blah. And
Y'all
I'm
had
like,
a
y'all,
meeting?
y'all all talked about it? Like, y'all all
Y'all
had
had
that
a
whole
meeting.
conversation about this one girl. Yeah, she a hoe. Okay.
And
And that even that whole stigma pisses me off.
yeah,
Yeah.
this whole stigma. Okay. Yeah, nobody's checking me with that one because I'm gonna be like, why? Because you fucked 5 bitches in one day. But if I were to do it, I'm a hoe. No, what you lay down with is what you become. So
Yes.
if you fucked 5 girls in one day, you're a hoe.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not jacking it. Like, you can't sit here and be like, oh, well, it's not ladylike and it's not appropriate. Okay. And you think your mom wants to know that you fucked 5 girls in one day? Your
Yeah.
mother, you think your mom wants to know that you're just slinging dick?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
All right, then. Because if your mother knew that you was just slinging dick, I'm not jacking that whole, my mom don't care what I do because I'm a grown-ass man. No, every mother cares about what the
Yep.
fuck her kids do, whether
Yeah.
it be daughter or son.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
let's just clear that up. Because I know there's a lot of men out there talking hot every day to these women. And
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, you're not going to say this to your mom, but you won't say this to your sister
Yeah.
or your cousins or anything like that. So why would you even fix your mouth to disrespect me and say that to me?
Exactly.
This is why they get the block and the phone number, but then they watch
All your snaps
all my snaps,
or your Insta story.
all my Insta stories. Y'all liking posts. Why? Don't disrespect me and then go like my shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's the fastest way for me to pull up on the smoke with the smoke on you.
Mm,
But Cora didn't get to answer
Yes.
that question. I'm sorry. You see, men just be getting you so tight when you talk
Mhm.
about
that
them.
tangent was crazy.
That tangent was so crazy. So yes, Cora, tell me about the men in your
Ooh.
industry and the shit you got to deal with,
bruh.
bruh. We started it off.
We started off with a bruh. Nah, guys, they're different. I think I'm from Harlem. I have a lot of male friends, so I don't really get intimidated. Like, I grew up with a lot of males. So you could bring the smoke. You could feel like you're trying to talk down to me. I'm not having it. Like, I know my job. I know what I do. I know I'm good at what I do.
Absolutely.
But I definitely been like winked at or someone trying to make sexual advances to me or something. And it's like, that's cool, bro, but that's not what I'm here for. Like, I'm here to work. And I feel like you just got to make it known that that's all I'm here for. I'm not fucking you. I don't care how long it's going to take me to get to the top. I'm not doing that. Like, my morals
Yeah.
is not going to be put to the side just because you might know J. Cole or you might know some artist that's popping right now. That's fine, but I'm not doing that. So we
Yeah.
here for business, and that's it. We're going to meet at a public place. We're going to, chill out. But, I mean, I get respected in my industry just because my mentors and stuff, they already know I don't play that.
Mhm.
They don't even bring me into a situation where I would feel uncomfortable in which I would have to act out. Because I am from Harlem. I might speak very proper, but you push me to a limit, you're going to see a whole nother side of me you don't want to see. And we got to keep this very professional. We got to keep, but I'm not with the shits. And everyone knows that. I make that very clear. But, I mean, the guys in my industry, I mean, they could be assholes. Don't get me wrong. But I have met a lot of nice ones that really want a female, especially a colored one, to make it somewhere. So
Absolutely.
which I gotta respect. I
Of
definitely gotta
course.
respect that.
So is it kind of like, have you ever had a situation where you've like had dudes like get mad at you and like dub you because you dubbed them. So they like try to take an opportunity off the table from you for it because they're salty.
Yeah, of course. Like, I feel like you can always see somebody body language change or how they speak to you change just because all of a sudden they know like you're definitely not with that. You know what I mean? Like, I've been in meetings where it would be going so good. They would be offering you the moon and the stars, and as soon as you make it known like that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for whatever the situation is. I'm here to manage this person, or I'm here to like get this book in or do whatever I need to do. You could definitely see like the whole mood changes. Then all of a sudden they don't want to talk to you, and it's like, but I still have everything I had to offer before then. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. And then, like, what about the females? Like, is it catty? Is it... Because we're just... women, we're just, like, naturally petty and naturally dramatic. And if... I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not a petty female. Yes, you are. Every female carries some trace of petty.
I love to play tit for tat.
I hear you.
So example, like, Christine, at your job, there's a nurse that feels like she's doing this, she's doing that, she feels like she's the shit.
There's definitely cases like that. I've seen it. It's happened to me before where it's like, you're not doing your job. And then it's like, you're not doing your job. And it's pissing me off because it's affecting me. So like I was in this example where the situation I'm in, this night nurse was not doing what she had to do. And I'm just like, now you're screwing up my day because now I'm running around looking for a medication that you could have called the pharmacy for, or you could have made sure you told me early in the morning so I could call the pharmacy and get what I need to get done. So now I'm pissed off, and I come and tell you, like, listen, and I come nice. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to come nice first. And I'm like, you did this, and it screwed up my day. Just next time for future references, if you could. And when you were a young one, when I graduated from school, I was, 22. So I was a young nurse. And she going to tell me, oh, I need to stay in my lane. I'm young. Watch how I talk to my elders. You might be older than me, but we got the same degree, sis. So I'm going to need you to... pipe it down.
Pipe it all the way off.
And watch how you talk to me. And she was like, oh, I'm your elder. You should. And I was standing up and she was sitting down. And I should sit down and sit at her level. And I'm just looking at her like, what does any of this have to do with the fact that you screwed up? Like, that has nothing to do with it. And that's what I hate the most about that young, and it's like a whole article on it, how older nurses eat younger nurses. Like, and it's legit. Like, they treat you like you don't know shit. And the funny part is, sometimes you be knowing more than them because you have fresher material in your head. Yeah. And it's just shit like that just blows minds. And it's so crazy because I feel like sometimes females in the same industry as you is worse than males. Like,
oh my God.
They just don't want to see you win at all.
I've never had that problem. Like, all the women that I have that I'm cool with, that I've talked to on regular, they're like so helpful. I don't know if it's just because of the circle I'm in or whatever.
That's a blessing.
I don't really have that issue with females because it's so many, like, it's like 5 probably females, 10 females in music. Mm-hmm. So they all try to stick together. Like, they got a whole music, like, organization just for women. Like, but I mean, I can definitely see that. Yeah. I'm just grateful that hasn't happened to me yet because I don't know how I'm going to react. I don't know how I'm going to take it for another female, especially if she was my skin color, to understand, like, where she's coming from and see where that hate is coming from. Yeah, because we would have to definitely have a talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel like the other, like, female journalists, it's just, like, it's such, like, we're coming together because we have to deal with these men and these shitty reporters. Exactly. And then we got to deal with, like, the Me Too situation. And then we got to deal with the Tommy Tomato Juice bitches of the world. and the sis that walks around her college campus with a gun and she feeling herself. Listen, sis, you said you hated New York, so tell your man to stop wearing this Yankee fitted because we are from New York and we are actually about this life. So I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I just kind of feel like in my industry, it's I see a lot of, like, women coming together, especially women of color. Like, Spotify did, like, a Sound Up boot camp for all women of color that want to do podcasting. Mm-hmm. So it was, like, this humongous, like, pool of applicants, and they were only choosing 10. Like, I think they, like, out of 180,000 applicants, they only chose 10.
Wow. Oh, shoot.
And then, like, out of those 10, like, you had to do, like, a boot camp for a week, and then with a panel on the last day, you go and you pitch your idea to Spotify, and then if they fuck with it, then they was giving you guap, and then obviously your show will be on Spotify. So there was women like who we all found out at the same time that we didn't get it. You know, they sent out that same generic ass email. So then women just sprung into action, and it just became women of color for podcast, women of color that podcast, women of color that do this, or blah, 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 blah. Because I know Karen Civil kind of gets like the people are kind of like indifferent about her. Some people are because of how she moves. But like, sis kind of like, I not follow her business model, but I see what she's doing. And like, she's always working with Louis Vuitton. Like, LVMH is Louis Vuitton Maison Hennessy. So it's kind of like the way how she's branding with them. Like, I want to brand with them. Like, I feel like it's, in my industry at least, like, it's always important to have, well, in anybody's industry, it's always important to have like a mentor that you could like reach out to and look up, somebody that'll look out for you. So it's kind of like fucked up that in nursing, it's just kind of like older nurses eat younger nurses, when in theory it's like, yo, I just got out of school, so the shit I know, you probably might not. So why can't you take a page from my book and let me help you? Like, for me, it's like a lot of the pioneer greats that I actually look up to are like way more than journalists. They're like filmmakers too. Like, I am in love with Ava DuVernay. You cannot tell me shit about an Ava DuVernay film. Selma, 13, A Wrinkle in Time. Like, I live for her. And I live for the fact that she's very pro-woman. And on top of that, she's a woman of color. So, I mean, and then obviously we have all the great writers of forever. Maya Angelou, Nikki Giovanni. Like, I just wish that there was like, maybe I'm not looking. Maybe that's what I should do. But I would love like a small community of like young upcoming journalists, like for us to all get together and do shit like that. Because I've always said this, like, I want my work to impact the world, and I want to be the voice that changes the world. So like, when I tell people that, yo, I want to be on CNN, they look at me like I'm stupid. Right. And I'm like, no, I want to be on CNN because I'm about to have an argument with whomever's at Fox News talking crazy. But I'm going to have it in a respectful manner, and I'm gonna kick it to him to where I make you feel stupid without downright calling you.
Have to listen to.
Basically. Right. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get on Twitter and do that. Or if y'all know anybody who writes and like who's a creative, like that would be dope. I would love to have like a community for that. I feel like there should just be a community for everybody's like respected industries. I feel like we could grow so much more as a generation, so much more as a culture if we had those things. Yeah. Like, it's so crazy to me how we as a community can't, like, everybody's so against one another. Like, I've seen this happen so many times, especially like working in PR and like once working in music, it's kind of like you watch people grease other people that they know. Yeah. So like, you work with these people and then they turn around and they grease you completely, like steal your beat or not want to pay for your beat. Yep. Or
try to sue you for
something crazy, or like pull up to your event and want like and gotta perform, but they're unprepared and it's making you look bad. Type of thing. You know what I mean? Or like
even like you have something to offer them and then they're like on you, like they're hitting you up all the time, pretending to be your friend. Like they're really like, you're like, oh, they're cool. But then as soon as you either give it to them or that deal fall through, they don't even want to talk to you anymore. Like they act like you don't even exist in music. Like they'll be like, all right, well, I'll talk to them when they have something to offer. Nah, like that's not how it's gonna go. Like,
damn, that's
a fact. I've seen it.
That's beast.
They be like,
but I mean, yeah,
it's just music. Like, you gotta pop in artists. Best believe you're gonna have so many text messages, so many phone calls to get them featured or get them in a studio with somebody. But as soon as that person has fallen off or is not as popping as they was, you're not gonna hear from none of those people anymore. That's a fact.
Everybody want to jump on the bandwagon.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I like individuality so much.
Yes, because this clout chasing shit is old.
Yo, clout chasing, I don't understand.
Like, I don't understand how we're 7 months into this year and we have so many clout chases. And, like, the lack of originality is just so, like, disturbing. Like, no funny shit. Don't get me wrong, I love the Shade Room. Mm-hmm. But, like, I'm tired of hearing about Cash Doll, Asian Doll, Cuban Doll, this doll, this doll, this doll. Like, yo, the only doll I recognize is Barbie. Like, no shade. Like, I think everybody's, like, talented, don't get me wrong. But it's just, like, come on, like, what's up? There should be room for everybody at that table to eat.
Yeah.
So why is it that we're tearing each other down? Like, don't get me wrong, this doll shit kind of annoying. Like, y'all all need to just
that's a fact.
Get in a doll house and play with each other. I don't know.
And all the beef between them, I'm like, I can't even
Over
tell you
a
guys
name.
apart.
Over
honestly.
a name, honestly. Like, what's up? There's mad music to be made. There's so many features to be had. There's so many albums that could be put out. Why are we beefing about a name?
But everyone sounds the same now.
Yo, there is no originality.
No.
Everybody
That's why I love
sounds
J.
They
the
all
same.
look alike.
Oh.
And this is why I love J. Cole.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't even listen to Drake's new album. I know people
You
gonna
don't
be
even
upset
wanna
about that.
listen to Drake's new
But
album.
I love J. Cole.
Let me tell you.
Let me. We had a discussion about this. Corey and I
J.
went to
Cole.
brunch and we talked about the album, and I was just like, honestly, Scorpions and like, it hasn't grown on me.
Me either.
Like, I'm like, all right, Kiki, do you love me? Okay, shut
I'm
up.
like, I'm tired of that.
I'm tired of Kiki. Like, there's more than one song on
Yeah.
there. There, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
They saying that this is a hot album, but I'm only hearing like 3, maybe 4 songs that people are really talking about. And I'm like, it has 24 songs on it, bro. You can't say it's a hot album and you're not even saying like 14 of them songs is hot.
Yeah.
You're not even listening to them, honestly. You're just saying, oh my God, it's Drake. It's fire. You probably didn't even listen to all 24. Like,
I think he's gotten to that point where like people are not even like listening to his music. It's just the fact that it's Drake. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, the hype.
And he could just put some BS out like, I'm upset was fucking trash, bro.
I thought I was the only
That
one.
shit, I don't even know
even
why that
that
was
whole
on the
thing
album.
with his whole
upset,
son is like,
I was like, ooh, shake the table. I'm upset too, nigga. Like, my bills is due. Like, fuck out of here.
He said, ooh, shake the table.
Word.
I'm so weak. But that's why I agree, Christine. Like, I love Cole. But, of course, somebody's going to listen to this that knows me and be like, but you've loved Cole forever. Yeah, I love Cole. I've been a Cole fan since 2007. Yeah, because I've heard the progression in who he is as not only as a
and
man,
he has not
as
changed.
an artist. Like,
And I feel like with Drake, he hasn't really grown. You know
Right.
what I mean? I just feel like it's a lot of covering up on something. You know what I mean? Because he's like a good guy. He's like known for that, you know? So it's like, oh, you have a baby on the way. All right, let me just rap about how I met the baby moms for two times, and I'm really sorry that like I have a kid, but I'm gonna take care of it. But it's like I don't really know him. Like I need to know Drake. Like J. Cole,
Yeah.
you know him. You know,
Right.
like
His
you
whole
could
thought
feel like you
process.
sitting at like a cookout with that nigga when you put on an album. I
Yo,
feel like I'm
indeed.
at like
I feel
a
like
therapy
indeed.
I
session
would
with
just
Drake.
vibe with him so.
he's honestly,
He's so deep.
I've
like,
met Cole on several occasions. He's the most humble dude ever. Like, he still gets humbled when you say that you fuck with his music. Like, he's really a cool dude. He's so calm. And don't get me wrong, I love KOD. I think KOD was fucking a beautiful body of work. I feel like
I loved it.
there is no argument. Like, I cannot, like, from listening to all of Cole's tapes to listening to the albums, KOD is easily, for me,
And it made
the
you
best.
think. Like, when was the last time you listened to music that made you think?
First of
Yeah.
all, I need all of y'all men to stop listening to Kevin's Heart and trying to use these lyrics, but y'all are not following the lyrics, okay? Like, do not jack that song, but you're not following what my man said. Like, she's my number one. I don't need nothing on the side. No, y'all got like 5, 6 bitches on the side. Like, what's up? Like, when Cole came out, he said, you know, watching Netflix, drinking almond milk. Y'all don't like water or milk. So what makes you think you're going to like almond milk? Like, almond milk is something that needs to grow on you. Y'all are still drinking regular 2%. Like, putting 2% in your
Kool-Aid and
mad
shit.
Kool-Aid and shit. Like, no, y'all not about this life. Stop it. I'm not jacking it. Like, y'all, listen, these men and these Cole lyrics and the Instagram captions, I'll be like, oh my God, but you don't even follow
like
what
they
the
Drake.
said. Yeah, like, okay, when he dropped God's Plan,
Oh, yeah.
I only love my bed and my mom and I'm sorry. Okay. Half of y'all don't even have beds.
And y'all still living with y'all mom.
Take that.
And y'all still living with y'all moms.
Uh-huh.
But y'all don't even like y'all moms. So where we going? Nowhere. Fast. I'm not jacking it. Or like, y'all want to now be quote unquote settled down. Y'all don't want to be settled down.
I haven't met one yet.
Like, come on. I get
They
it.
say it, but they actions say a whole nother thing.
Yo, I kind of want to read this thread that
Please read it.
my homegirl tagged me in. And it was a real thread. So basically, this dude on Twitter was like, this is exactly why taking things slow is so important, no matter how excited you are about somebody. So it's like, girls, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to having dealt with or are dealing with this guy. I'm going to break him down and give you cheat codes. So you meet this guy via Twitter or life or whatever, seems cool enough, not sexy, not ugly, but attractive, carries himself well. In fact, he carries himself very well. So he appears even more attractive to you. Good dress sense, smart, not trying to be the next J. Cole. No shade, no shade. I will always date a man that is somewhat emulating to Cole. You feel me? Like my son has a child and a wife, and his wife does his finances and all of that. And they got a crib and they live in good and he's minding his business. Okay. Like, yes, give me a J. Cole one day. So basically the thread goes into like breaking down why, you know, when guys get kind of apprehensive about like a relationship, like they get in a relationship with you and then you're mad excited and they're excited and they want you. But then in the back of their head, they feel like this is being forced upon them instead of them having a mature conversation and being like, okay, like I'm feeling like this because I've had this trauma, I've had this experience and blah, 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 blah. But something that really stuck to me, like the entire thread was so beautiful. The shit is actually like super, super long. But something that kind of hit me was you explained to him that he can't be inconsistent. He said he understands. You know what you want, and you thought he did too, and now it's different. You're annoyed now because either sexually or emotionally you've let him in, and now he's unsure. Like, why would he even waste your time? So he went from a stranger to genuine interest, an amazing guy, to man, he's serious about me, to wait. Now he don't know, and it ends in two ways. He dates you out of internal pressure he never told you about, or y'all gotta fall off. The first one sucks. He convinces himself he knows what he wants, and you do too. Y'all date, but he never fully emotionally commits. That shit hit me like a ton of fucking bricks.
That is so true.
Like, what? He never fully emotionally commits.
Yeah, they don't never fully let you in. Well, at least this generation. It seems like they like you enough to fuck with you, maybe have sex with you, whatever, chill with you. But you won't know, like, so, like, the deep questions. Like, you won't know about their childhood, what kind of trauma you got, how you trying to fix it. Like, they all are, like, so blanket. Like, then you get bored and they're like, I don't understand what's wrong. Like, why you haven't talked? Because you boring, nigga. That's why I haven't talked to you.
Like, I need to, I'm not looking for a pen pal, but, like.
If I get a what you doing one more time, bro, like, please.
Yo, I just don't even open my Instagram DMs anymore. I just deadass be like, delete. Because I just feel like these guys are just so, like, cringeworthy. Or, like, there's this one dude who was on my gram and I thought he was fine as fuck. Like, full beard, like.
Know me and the beards.
Woo! Full beard. I believe he's Middle Eastern. Like, he has so much going. Like, he looks like a boppy. And he's mad successful. So I responded to something in his Insta story, and like, then I'm having a conversation with him, and I'm like, slid in easy. I'm about to be, you feel me, chef it up. Yo, my son is mad boring and dry and dull. And I'm just like, no.
And I don't want to feel like I'm making all a conversation. Like, this is not an interview. Like,
men don't know how to have conversations anymore unless it's about sex. And even then, sometimes they dry as hell.
Because you're not really about to do what you're saying you're going to do. Let's be honest.
Like, you texted me one thing and you talking about, oh, I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do this to you. And then it's like, what's up?
Then you get there and you're like, I got to go.
Yo.
My Uber's downstairs.
I'm not even going to dap you up.
Nah.
I can't dap you up if, like.
I'm going to just give you the little, like, good job, bud.
No.
Good job.
I ain't even giving dude a good job, bud. Like, I'm going to be like, what the hell did you think this was? Like, why were you down here for 30 minutes not knowing what the fuck you was doing? Like, I'm out. I'm dead ass. Like,
mediocre at best. Like, please.
Like, no, I'm not giving you this lusciousness for you to be You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, ew. I'm not wasting. Yo, no more treesh for none of my queens. I think I said this a couple shows ago. No more treesh for none of my queens. I'm tired of these treesh niggas. Please get away from us. Like, we are too successful. We are too beautiful. We are too smart. We are too intelligent. I'm really not, you feel me? I'm not jacking it no more.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know what? Like, let's be honest. I really should play for the, no, I can't play for the other team. Shout outs to Kathy. Kathy, honey, I will still play for the other team for you. You alone, though. All right?
No, I played once, but
You played?
it's okay.
You dipped in the
I
lady
definitely
ponds?
dipped. Definitely.
Did, what? You liked it? It was fun?
She was psycho as fuck, and I was like, I'd rather deal with a nigga than this. It was too much, but yeah, I had a girlfriend before.
Oh, shit. Would you dip in the lady pond, Christine?
I've never have.
Have you considered it? Would you?
I don't think I would, but I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and she was saying basically like she likes niggas and she likes men, but if she met a female and like let's say she vibed with that female and all of a sudden started loving that female, like I wouldn't really, and I said I wouldn't consider her gay. Like it's just that female. Like
That's how I feel. It's got to be like the person.
it
I
gotta
catch
be
the
it's
vibe.
the person, and
You know
not
what I
the
mean?
sex. Yes,
But their
exactly.
head game be super sick. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Spicy.
For real?
Yeah, their head game is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Anyway.
Somebody tell younger mate at me. Guys, nah, yo, no funny shit. She made the most bomb porn. Like,
She did?
yo,
I wanted to
that's
watch
what
it.
she
Where is
went-
it?
I got the link for you.
All right, send it to me.
I'm gonna send that to you.
Because I heard she directing them right now.
Yeah, that's why she's laying low. She went MIA so she could direct the whole ass porn, and the shit was fire. Like,
Really?
it was made so well.
Because it's
like,
probably made from a girl's perspective in some
yes,
senses. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because
Just-
porns do not keep interest. Like,
No.
after like 2 minutes, you're like, all right,
I'm
All right, I'm done.
I'm
Come on.
done. The storyline is boring.
this shit
Like,
is whack. Like, this is not a pizza person.
Oh my
Like,
God.
come on.
Mm-hmm.
You are not bringing me pizza to my door, and it's not pizza. It's your dick in a box. No thanks.
Right. I'll pass.
I'm gonna hard pass. Okay, so do you guys have any questions for me? Like, I need y'all to like, I don't know. I feel like you guys might have some questions that you want to know.
Some questions?
Question.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm throwing y'all on the spot because I already know everybody likes. You know what it is? Y'all not gonna ask me now. Y'all gonna ask me after we get off the show, and I'm gonna be like, bro, you should have just asked me that on the show. Like,
how you gonna throw me on the spotlight?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, she's mad quiet. She's definitely not trying to answer this.
Christine!
I have a question. So how
Go
does it
for
feel
it.
to be back? Like,
Oh my God. This is so invigorating. I've waited a
You look
whole
happy?
month. I'm glowing. I feel
Yes.
great.
This
Shout outs.
haircut though.
Oh my God.
I
yes.
love her hair.
Shout outs to my girl at the hair artiste, Alicia. I love you. I appreciate everything you do. I love
She's
these
dope.
pep talks. She's so dope, so down to earth. I can't wait to sculpt this a little bit more. A lot of people are so used to seeing me with my long hair, and this has been like such a gradual process too. Like, I had a bob. Actually, my hair was like super long in December, and then I chopped 5 inches off into a bob, then cut another couple inches off back in April, and then grams passed, and I lost my mind, and I was just like, all of it gone. Let's go. So it feels good to have like a fresh start. Like 24 started off kind of rough, but like, you know, you feel me, where I'm going and where I'm gonna be at. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
It feels so good to be back though. I want to also, of course, I'm about to close out the show, but
Okay.
did you have a question for me?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Don't text me and ask me nothing later.
All right, if I do, you want to answer, right?
You better hope I don't put the crescent moon.
Yo, you better not treat me like whoever the hell that girl was. Ooh.
Oh my God. Okay.
Ooh.
Damn. You know how many girls gonna be like, I got the crescent moon by my name, Nikita. Does our friendship mean nothing to you? Like,
Just don't have them look through your phone because they're going to be tight.
OD. As always, oh my God. As always, thank you. Very big thank yous to my team, everybody that works on Mood AF. Anthony, my bro, I love you. Parrish, obviously, P. Yo, shout outs to P. I am like one of the most difficult people to work with, and he makes the shit look like a breeze. My birthday was like a month ago, and P brought me my insomnia cookies. We had a
Aw.
meeting, and of course I was late to the meeting because I'm late to everything.
He's shaking his head right now.
Yeah, for real. I literally like told P like some things. Like I've had words with this man, and then like he still goes so hard and goes so blood for me. So I definitely appreciate you, P. If I don't tell you as often as you should. And of course, Omar, you have been so supportive. Omar is like one of the best people that I could have ever met. Like from little baby Kita, like to knocking on my door when I was an RA, like, yo, sis, we got campus cleanup. And I'm just kind of like, I'm not going to this shit this week. Leave me alone. Like, leave me alone, bro. I'm not coming outside. Like, I'm sleep, whatever. Of course, it's been so real to have so much love. I feel so happy and so good to be back. I'm back, bitches. So expect new episodes. We are streaming on 9 sites. And we officially got a YouTube channel. So go ahead, click subscribe. And you can find me on all socials. My first name is NIKEITA and an underscore. That's my personals for Twitter and Instagram. And then at Mood AF podcast for all of everything with Mood AF. So this is Mood AF. I'm Nikita. I'm back, bitches. We lit.